Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to my new idea. And pretty much, that new idea is I was looking at the older FNAF maps the other day. And after doing some thinking, I started thinking that I could add stuff to these maps and, just change it, for the better overall. So, that's pretty much what this video is. So I made the I drew out the FNAF 1 map, but I updated it a bit. So basically, as you see on screen right now, this is how I would draw the FNAF 1 map. You have the classic rooms, you have the office, the closet, the hallways, the kitchen. You don't see it, but it is still technically there. You have the bathrooms, the main stage, the parts and service, and Pirate's Cove. Alright, so let's start going over what changes I added. So for the parts and service, I actually moved it up into the area behind the stage, just because that makes a little bit more sense if it is connected. And then I also added in the safe room that's mentioned, I think, at the FNAF 3 tapes, with the phone calls. But I added that. Next thing I added, in place of where the parts and service originally was, that entire area is now the dedicated Pirate's Cove area. And I thought that would also be a good place to put in the arcade. So it's kind of like a good mix. You have the arcade there, and then you have Foxy's stage. Then that will be connected just by a door that leads into the area. Next thing I added in is up in that corner right there, I added in an entrance, since that's like one of the main things missing from the original pizzeria, was just in like an actual entrance, because no one actually knows where you enter from. A lot of people say it's from one of those sides, so that's kind of what I did. Now, from here, there are 3 more rooms I added. And right here, as seen in Help Wanted, there is a prize corner area. So obviously, you take your tickets there after winning stuff in the arcade, and you exchange them. One of the next rooms is down in this area. I added a little employee break room, just because I thought that would be very nice. I think it would add a lot of character to the building. And the last thing I added is down right here, there is now a manager's office. Same reason as the employee break room. I think it would add a lot of character. And I can already imagine the type of decoration we'd put into it. Alright, and just to make things look just a tiny bit better, I did make a second version of this map where you can see where all the doors are located. So everything marked in blue, that is a door that would lead you into a different room. So, I think it looks decently good. I'm excited to start building it. So I guess we can get right into that. Alright, quick little update. I thought after showing off the main map, I changed Pirate's Cove a bit, just to give it also a backstage. So here's the original version. It's one big room with just the stage. The second version changed where the stage is located, but also adds in a little parts and service area behind Pirate's Cove, just for that reason. So yeah, I guess now we can get started on building. I guess I did forget to say that I am going to be starting with the office area, then just working based off that. So I think this is a decent size. We'll have lockers back here, chair, desk. Yeah, I think that seems pretty good. One sec. Alright, so yeah, this is not my first time building the FNAF 1 pizzeria. This is something I genuinely like to do in my free time, but I thought just this once I'd like to document the progress and everything. So I just want to double check the halls are in fact 3 wide. So that 3 wide will be good reference for the other one. Alright, so that being said, I really don't want this to look exactly the same as the other one. And I doubt it will, just because of the fact that I'm going to try to use different blocks, and it is a bit different with the entrance in Pirate's Cove. Other than that, things are pretty similar. But either way, I think I'll just straight up cut until when I'm done, and then just add in stuff later if necessary. Like if I talk about something or whatever. So yeah, enjoy the speed building process. Okay, map layout change. We're gonna take this back here. Actually, wait, before I do that, maybe I should... Oh my god, I keep misplacing blocks. There we go. I think that... Oof. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. There's the stage. It's gonna hopefully look like a pirate ship. I can do that, I think. I think about it. I gotta figure out where this goes. Okay, so here is the map I had drawn. And it'll slowly fade away, slowly, slowly, slowly. And then it reveals the finished thing I have laid out. So, same thing, you have this Pirates Cove with the Pirates Cove parts service attached to it. We have the supply closet over there, break room, main office, not parts service, prize corner. We have the kitchen, manager's office, bathroom hall and bathrooms, parts and service for the main stage, the secret room, and then you have the main entrance. That didn't take too long, but it always takes long when it comes to actually building it. So, I'm going to leave you guys with a quick montage of me just building it out fully. And I think it's going to be really cool. So, enjoy it. Alright, so I know it doesn't look like much right now because it's not fully finished. But here's gonna be the entrance. You go through here. This is like the main area. I was originally gonna make the entire building look like it's made out of brick, kind of like how some pizzerias are, but I decided to go with more of a movie look. So this is the entrance. Like I said, it's based off the movie. So this corner, if I can find the photo, I'll put it up right now. But it's supposed to kind of look like that. Then you'll come in here. This is where all the tables and everything will be. You go in here. Here's Pirates Cove. Here's the door that connects. I wanted to keep still the classic FNAF 1 blocks, so every like backstage area is going to be made out of this. This stage right here, I did a blue brick just to make it look like it's like a sky or something. When you come back here, the door will connect from the stage straight into down here. And over here is the safe room. I made it look a little bit dirtier, as you can see, between the 2 blocks. Which I used these frame blocks mod, which by the way, it is so good. Then you go over here. Here's the bathrooms. This is, it's nothing too big. Then here will be the kitchen. This is where you pick up your order and everything. Here's the hall. Here's going to be the main manager's office, which I am liking how this is going to turn out. Because I'll put a window here, desk. It's going to look pretty cool. And here's the office. Like I said, I wanted to keep the FNAF 1 look kind of the same, so I made the office these blocks. Prize corners right here. Then over here is the hallway closet. And here's the break room. I'm not a big fan of this room. I wanted it kind of look like the office from the FNAF movie, but it didn't turn out that well, so that's fine, I guess. But yeah, there are no lights, there's no ceiling, no decoration, so what I'm gonna do, which is gonna be like magic, I'm gonna stand right here, I'm gonna jump, as soon as I land it's gonna be all finished. So 3, 2, 1. And there we go. I think that transition hopefully worked well. I guess we can start outside with the tour. Hey guys, before I start the tour, I do want to ask you, if you did enjoy the video, please do consider liking, subscribing, and sharing with a friend. Just because it helps the channel a lot, and it does give me an idea of what kind of videos you'd like to see. Like, if you like this, then that could let me know that I should keep making content like this. Yeah, anyways, let's get back to the tour. Alright, so to start the tour, I guess we can go through just the fact that I have the entire outside done too. Let's start with the sign, for example, right here. And it should, yeah, it even glows. I made sure I added glowstone into the main block of the sign over here, just to make sure it doesn't have that like glowing effect. The next part I really do like is the lines on the road. Yeah, if you do look close, they're all just a little bit pixel higher, but far away it does look pretty good. I'm very proud of it. It's framed floorboard and then a framed sign, and then they're just stacked on top of each other like that. Like I said, I'm really proud of how it turned out. So at the front of the building, we have some payphones that you can, use in case you need to. You go along the side over here, there's some more parking. And then over here, we do have an employee parking only. And this is the back of the pizzeria. That is a room we'll get into later. But yeah, this is the employee parking only. We do have a delivery truck back here. I actually had to add this sign onto it just because it was just a normal truck. Then with the dumpsters over here, we have the trash of the gang, and I think it's really cool. I like it. I'm very proud of it. I'm gonna find a way to add an actual gate eventually at some point, because I do want to make it so you have to have a security badge to open this door, because if I don't, see, look at that, that's pretty sick. And Starting off with going inside, here is the main entrance room. I was gonna dirty it up a bit, but I decided not to do that. But there's little chairs when you're sitting and waiting. For the main desk area, I have a little like place for them to stand on, just so they can see, you know, over the counter. Because I don't think you can really see over this. Not the best, at least. And then right here, there's some arcade games to play while you're waiting. These ones are going to be completely free. And speaking of free arcades, this is the Pirates Cove and arcade area. So if you just squeeze past Foxy right here, you go to these machines right here. You can put over how much money you want, and you can buy tokens. Now, some of these games are actually playable, which is the fun part. Like if I were to go to the skee ball machine right here, and I put in 15, it plays a little animation like I'm actually playing the game. And that's pretty sick. And then if you give it some time, you will get tokens, or not tokens, but tickets from it. Now this right here is the Pirates Cove stage, which I am proud of. I think I can make it look a little bit better, but it is still pretty good. This is where Foxy would stand, but since he's not here right now, if you go along this side of it, you will get to the Pirates Cove Parts and Service, which I tried to base it off of the Help Wanted minigame. In the Help Wanted minigame, you would sit right here, and you would, you know, do the maintenance on Foxy. I couldn't get some of the exact items, so I just added a few things that look like they would fit here, even some red paint. So that's where Foxy is. Inside this room, there's tons of cool decorations, like this Foxy poster. We have the Paper Pals. We have a one set of 4 right there, which is the main 4, and then the other 4 right there. We also have these Foxy pirate flags, which is pretty sick, and then another poster over here. I guess the next room I should go over is obviously the main one. So in this main area, we have the Showtime button over here, obviously the main stage. Bonnie isn't there, which we will get to in just a second. Over here, we have some booths, just in case you don't want to sit at one of the tables. We have the kitchen right here, which once again we will get into. There's also a menu, which is an actual menu from the FNAF movie. Over here, we have the prize corner, which has a bunch of different prizes. We have a Freddy cupcake. We have one thing from each of the main band members, so Chica's cupcake, Freddy's microphone, Bonnie's guitar, and then Foxy's hook. And then there's a few other toys like the plushes and then the stuff in FNAF 4. You can see Bonnie's ears clipping, which isn't that big of a deal from like this angle. Then right here we obviously have the main party tables, each with different colored hats. On these tables, I wanted to make it feel like it was left in like the middle of a party or something. So we have drinks, pizza, and pizza boxes just left on the table. Like I said, I did want the stage to feel like it was kind of like a sky, which I wish I could put decorations on it, but since it's a slab, everything will stick off the wall. So I couldn't do any decoration, unfortunately. But you go back here, and look at that, there's Bonnie. There he is. And he's in a little area, like the repair minigame in Help Wanted. So right here, this lever controls all the lights in the building. So once you flick that, everything turns off, besides like the signs and everything. And this glows just because you see it better with the light on if it's the glowing sign. That isn't the only door. That connects to the backstage. We have this door right here too. And as you can see, we have a little Sparky over here. We have the endoskeleton sitting on the table, kind of like how he is in the game. And then over here, we have Golden Freddy. And we have a drum set. You know, just in case it's one of those nights where each one actually has an instrument. Just because it's something fun. I like adding stuff that adds like character and like makes it feel like there's actually, I guess, story going on. Like this is in the middle of the place being open. This door over here is the storage room / safe room. And obviously, got a little guy back here. But yeah, here is the spring lock suit. And there's some shelves in here that you can, in fact, look at. You can't take anything off, unfortunately, but there is a lot of cool things on it that I guess you could, you know, if you want to say that's like a, I don't know what you could say that is, but you get the point. It's cool. It's cool. It's design. And I didn't have to put stuff on a shelf like I did with these shelves. I did forget to mention this, but there's this little animal skeleton over here that I thought looked like it could be like a cool prototype. The next area isn't anything too big. It's literally just the bathrooms. And okay, yeah, but yeah, this is the male's bathroom, and it has the urinals and the main toilets. And then women's restroom over here. They each have a soap dispenser and a mirror. I was going to do a big glass on it to make it seem like one big mirror, but I don't know. I decided not to do that. Over here, we do have the kitchen, which I am pretty proud of how this turned out. Just because I found there is the mod I added really did help out with these like blocks and everything. Without it, I could not have made this. Over here we do have some colored plates, normal plates. This is where you would wash your like dishes for the building. Then we have the sink right here, just so it's in close proximity. These right here are the pizza ovens. These are the stoves. Back here we have a little pizza phone in case someone wants to do like a delivery order. These are the deep fryers, I think we have fries. Yeah, for fries. Then we have a soda machine right here. And then we have a freezer right here for ice cream and different treats like that. Down this hall right here, this is the left hall. First door right here, we have the supply closet. It's nothing too crazy. It's literally just the closet. So we have a mop and a bucket, and then just a small shelf. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, this door connects right to the prize counter. You come down over here. This is the employee break room, which does connect, or this part doesn't connect, but right here connects back to the back side of the building. But yeah, right here we have a little coffee machine. We have the sink. We have a microwave and a fridge, just so you can be here having lunch. Like I said, I do like to make it look like it was left in the middle of like a meal or something. So we have chips, a drink, and a plate. Then yeah. Oh, this hall right here, obviously, this door connects right to the kitchen. Then right here we have some posters that have a nice little light in front of it. These are actually from Secret of the Mimic in the one hallway. But I thought these looked really good, so I decided to add them in, even though these aren't really, you know, characters that are, you can't really tell, but, you know, if you've seen the posters, then you know. There is also these posters right here, just because on this camera they go on that side, but I obviously didn't have enough room, so I still wanted to add them in some way. And from that camera, which I'll show off the cameras in just a bit, but from that camera right there, you actually can see these, so that's pretty cool. Now, this door was just open, but I am going to keep it closed, because this is probably one of my favorite rooms so far. I'm just very proud of how it looked. But you go here. Okay. Here is the manager's office. And because he is the manager, there is a bunch of Fredbear related stuff from Fredbear's Family Diner. So we have an empty suit over here, and the suit head is right there. We have some nice little bobbleheads. Obviously, there's some posters, even more posters. We have some cool portraits up there, filing cabinet, a bulletin board, and there is a little Freddy clock right there. And I also added this little plant in the back, just to make it look cool. Then right at this laptop right here, there is actually a cool menu, and this is where you can like pretty much clock in and everything. Inside this, you can also buy stuff if you have the money for it. And pretty much you get money by clocking. Like, it is an actual system. If you clock in once the game hits midnight, once the game hits, I think it's 6 a.m. still, but once it hits 6 a.m., it will show you that you have clocked out and you get money. Another really cool thing about this mod is that depending on the time of day, the actual clock changes. And down here, this also changes. So I think that's really sick. Now there's this monitor over here, which we will get into once we get to the office. So in the office, it is nothing too crazy. It's pretty much similar to the game. We have the Celebrate poster right there, some drawings right there. We have the cupcake, and then we have the Nebraska poster from the movie. This light switch right here really does connect to the lights. And then these door switches really do work. And then, this is also really cool. The fan actually plays ambience. And I think that is just so awesome. And now, if you click right on this monitor right here, it does actually pull up cameras. So right here we have the main stage, there's the dining room, Pirates Cove, left hall corner, break room, hall closet, right hall corner, manager's office, backstage, safe room, kitchen, bathroom hall, prize corner, entrance, Pirates Cove part and service. Here's the side parking lot, the front parking lot, and here's behind the building. Alright, so there you have it. There is my entire rebuilding of Five Nights at Freddy's 1 inside Minecraft. If you did like the video, I did already ask this in an earlier segment of the video, I believe, if I did edit that in, but I'm going to ask again just in case. But yeah, if you like this video, please do consider subscribing. It shows me pretty much what I should keep uploading and recording, and same thing as subscribing. If you enjoyed the video, please do consider liking it. It really does help a lot. Like, that's not just a joke, it does help. You know that, right? You know that it helps, right? But no, yeah, I really did enjoy making this. It is, like I said, one thing I really do in my free time. I will literally draw out maps of my own pizzerias and build it in Minecraft, and it's really fun. If you haven't tried it, you should try it. It's pretty, it's entertaining, you know? But yes, once again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I would love to do the second location at some point. I feel like that would be really fun. And then obviously from there, third location, the fourth location, the sister location, and yeah, just whatever games possible, and maybe even my own creations at some point. And I also have an idea for Fredbear's Family Diner, which I think would be awesome. So I apologize for all the zoom-ins. Hope it's not too bad or annoying. While this video ends, please enjoy this music with... Oh, I didn't even realize I didn't finish the parking lot. Whoops. I'll make sure that's finished for the time loop. Or time lapse. Anyways, yeah. Please enjoy this time lapse with some music. Hey guys, by the way, I just want to say there are 5 hidden collectible cards throughout the tour. So if you can find them, comment down below that you did find them. Here on screen is what they look like. Keep your eyes out on them. Let me give you a hint. They're typically in places where you'd find the animatronics during the night. Hope that helps. Besides, like, 2 of them. And one of them's only theorized. Golden Freddy's is theorized because we don't see him in the game besides the office. But it's not in the office, so don't look there for Golden Freddy's. Anyways, yeah, thank you. Enjoy.